GM, you've got this question. Does anyone have knowledge of or experience in buying Canadian discounted properties that are not on MLS, where everyone get access to lists such as, and this is very US sounding, so maybe you are from the US, or maybe you took some courses or heard some podcasts or whatever, but power of sale, foreclosures, repossessions, bank seized properties, writ of seizure, court ordered properties, auctions, share sales, civil enforcement, tax lien sales, judgments, etc. So all of those things are things that are really common. I know when I was first learning about real estate, we heard about these nonstop, and it was like, all right, where do we find these ones? So it is different in Canada. For sure, those things are available in different parts of the States. But in Canada, it's different. And here's how it's different. So we've got, a harder time as Canadians. For one, we don't really have that court seized auction, sheriff, bailiff kind of, stuff where people didn't pay, the bank doesn't want it, it just goes to auction. We don't really have that kind of thing. But what we do have is the ability to talk to motivated vendors. So you're asking, where would I find these lists? So there's a couple of things that you can do. You could be like the old school Wade Fenner back in the day. Wade is a longtime Edmonton investor. He at one time had someone go down to the courthouse and would sit there, because all foreclosures, all issues like that come up as, in the courts. So someone literally went through and page by page every day looked for those foreclosed on properties, or those ones that were heading into foreclosure. He then used to sell that list after, and kind of like fair game. He's going to, hit that list, and so could all of us. So we bought that list off of him years ago. That's few and far between, but for a minimum wage, you could have someone go sit down there and go through those. I know people who've done it, and I know people that it's worked really well for. So there's that kind of thing. But ultimately, there's a few, systemizable ways that you can go about it. So you talk to, you keep talking to your realtors. Your realtors have what are called pocket listings. You also asked a question about Edmonton and about Calgary, which I'll deal with later. The question is, for example, in Edmonton, Alberta on Fire, they are a realtor team. They have pocket listings. So they're not on MLS yet. They're maybe not even really for sale actively, but these guys know about them. They know the owners. They know that they're going to be for sale. They know that these owners are, willing to sell maybe. Lots of pocket listings come from your realtor. So whether or not, you want to use MLS, using a realtor is still a really good thing in Canada. Okay. I can't speak for the US because there's all these other options in the US, but in Canada, we found that off-market listings from our realtors were one of our best ways of finding properties. Ryan says we love pocket listings. This is from a guy that has bought, I don't know, at least 50 properties this last year. Your realtor, and this is about creating, that relationship with them. If they bring you a pocket listing, are they going to make money on it? Heck yeah. And hopefully they do, right? We want everyone around us to be winning. Make that relationship with your realtor. It really is one of the places that you're going to get the most pocket listings or off-market MLS deals. Another place that you're going to find them is doing your own marketing and advertising. Those yellow letters or whatever it might be. Send out, go to the neighborhoods that you want to buy properties in, or go through Canada Post and do mass mailings, postcards, whatever it might be. I want to buy your house. We don't have the things that the US does, but we certainly do have ways that we can find. Also, networking with other real estate agents, real estate investors, just like those in Fearless, by letting people know where you're looking. If they find a deal, like remember, these investors, for example, our United members, there's someone buying a property probably every day. Not every day, but close. It's constant that this stuff is all happening, and we don't even know about it necessarily. But lots of times they find properties that they don't even want, properties that doesn't fit what they need, whether it's cash flow wise, equity wise, market wise. When you're well connected and someone knows what you're looking for, they can start assigning properties out to you. So really good. Again, it's all about that your net worth is equal to your network. So what's your network? With your realtors, you can't beat having a good relationship, as well as other realtors. as well as other assigners, as well as other investors, and all of those things come together to get those off-market properties. Weird, right? They're through an investment-focused realtor. You get off-market properties. Who would have thought? Certainly not me until I lived it. I remember one time we got 4 sets of 10 properties just off market. Just here's a spreadsheet, here's 10. Okay, I'm going to send you another spreadsheet with the next 10, then the next 10. And yeah, we bought them all because they all worked and they knew what we were looking for. And that was from a realtor, but they were off market, not MLS listed.